It is time now for the Sweetheart program, brought to you today by Hereford Feed Ingredients.
Mr. and Mrs. John Stevens are our sweethearts for today. It is John Stevens' 80th birthday, and his family is gathering for a big birthday celebration. John Stevens was born May the 19th, 1936 in Leonard, Texas to Butler and Bertha Stevens. They ran the swap shop here in Muleshoe for many, many years, and Bertha Stevens, until she was very old, sold for the public. John has two brothers. They are Glenn and his wife Glenda of Muleshoe, and Kenneth and his wife Janie, who live in Odessa. His sister is Peggy, and her husband Dewey Watson live in the Houston area. John's wife Margaret was born Margaret Gilliland January 31st, 1940, right here in Muleshoe, to R.D. and Edith Gilliland. Her father was a farmer and a truck driver. She had three brothers and two sisters. One of her sisters was Louise King of Muleshoe and her husband J.R., and they are both now deceased. Another sister is Wanda Jones and her husband Tony of Plainview. A brother, Eddie Gilliland, and his wife Donna live in Roswell. Two brothers, Bud and Wayne, are both deceased. She has a sister-in-law, Sharon Gilliland of Estancia, New Mexico. John Stevens graduated from Muleshoe High School in 1955. Margaret Gilliland graduated in 1958. Soon after she graduated from Muleshoe High School, they were married right here in Muleshoe on May the 23rd, 1958, and they have just celebrated their 58th wedding anniversary. John retired just a few years ago from his business, the Muleshoe Trade Center, and he owned and operated that on Main Street here in Muleshoe. Also, he delivered freight for Beaver Express. Before opening the Muleshoe Trade Center, John worked at Piggly Wiggly as a produce manager. He started working there when he was only 16 years old and left the firm when the store sold here in Muleshoe. Margaret is still working at the cafeteria of Mary DeShazo Elementary School. She worked for Muleshoe School System now for a total of 41 years. First at Muleshoe High School cafeteria for 17 years, and now at DeShazo Elementary cafeteria for 24 years. John enjoys immensely raising goats and calves and has a big garden every year. Margaret, on the other hand, likes to read and enjoys watching her grandchildren and great-grandchildren in their many activities. Margaret and John have 4 children that they all reared here in Muleshoe. David Stevens and his wife Rhonda live in Farwell. Deborah Gazaway and her husband Kelly live in Elkhart, Texas. Brenda Clark and her husband Gary live here in Muleshoe, and Randall Stevens and his wife Carla live in San Antonio. In addition, they also have 9 grandchildren: Rochelle and John Mark Elliott, Kaylin Stevens, Jennifer and Charles Page, Stephanie and Lee Wynn, William Gazaway, Josh and Betty Clark, Cody and Marissa Clark, Andrew and Matthew Stevens. In addition to that, they have 6 great-grandchildren also: Ashton Page, Lex Wynn, Zoe Pearson, Jamie, Ann Hannah, Ann Colson Clark, That means that with their in-laws, there are 30 immediate family members in this very close family. They love to get together every chance that they get, which is not ever enough. But the family is always back in Muleshoe together for Christmas. And of course, they are together to celebrate John Stevens' 80th birthday. We want to say a big happy 80th birthday to John Stevens, and also to Margaret and John. Congratulations on their 58th wedding anniversary all this month. And God bless you and your entire family. You are being recognized as our sweethearts here on Channel 6, courtesy of Hereford Feed Ingredients on Main Street in downtown Muleshoe. David and Liz Tips.
The Sweetheart program has been brought to you today by Hereford Feed Ingredients. You can find it on Reach Broadband Channel 6 in our rotation. Also, MuleshoeTV.com on our website. Click on the Sweetheart link at the top of the page. If you'd like to nominate someone to be our sweetheart here on Reach Broadband Channel 6, MuleshoeTV.com. Call 806-272-3990. We need a short biography and a picture.